Now onto a sport where the stakes are high and the words are long. The 2016 Scrabble Championships was held in Lille, France, and a new world champion has been crowned. 37-year-old Smitheram fought off wordsmiths from around the world to claim the title. Some of his winning words were Braconid, that means a parasitic wasp; Periagua, a dugout canoe; words like Gynecea, that's a type of flower; and sundry, an Indian tree, helped the recruitment consultant win over $10,000 in prize money. Smitheram, they're not in there because we're still trying to work out how to spell them. The Scrabble champion told me earlier about his passion for the board game.
It was a best-of-5 final, and I won 3-0. So on the face of it, this would mean that it was an easy game. But in actual fact, everybody who was there watching certainly thought, and I thought, that I'd lost the second game. I was 176 points behind with only 6 moves left, and somehow I managed to come back and win by about 50. And the guy I was playing is one of the all-time world greats at Scrabble. So to win in 3-0, 3 straight games, was totally unexpected.
Yeah, I believe he's a bit of an idol of yours. So how did that make you feel, beating your idol?
Yeah, it made me feel slightly awkward. He was the producer of a TV show I went on when I was 17, and at the time, while interviewing me, he asked me what my aspiration was, and I said, I want your title, because he was the world champion at the time. And it seems quite appropriate that 20 years later, I was the one to claim the title over him. Okay,
so how do you win? I mean, they're extraordinary words that I'd never heard of before, and I'm asking you because I'm also a Scrabble player. It's a great game. How do you get to know these words? Is it, I mean, do you learn from the dictionary? Is it all about reading? I mean, what's the key here?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a mixture of approaches to the game. The majority of Scrabble players use computer programs to cull lists of words from a dictionary. So we will learn words in order of utility. So, for example, the word otarine, O-T-A-R-I-N-E, which means like a seal, is the highest probability 7-letter word you may get out of your out of the bag. But I'm a little unusual among Scrabble players in that most top Scrabble players are mathematicians and don't actually take much interest in the meanings, whereas I do have some interest. So I'd say probably 50% of the words that I use I will know the meanings of, but generally I'll come across them in the first case because I'm using them as weapons in the sport that is Scrabble.
And how long does a game take for you to play?
So we use chess clocks, and each person will have 25 minutes for the entire game. So you can take your full time, you can take a few minutes, but once you go over that 25 minutes that you're allotted, you lose 10 points per minute or part of that you go over.